Hello everyone, this is Tom Aretan again, speaking to you from our museum. I'm having lots of fun, I hope you are too. I know there are a lot of interesting things to see, and as I said, as you can tell now, there is a story behind every item in this museum. It's really endless, but I'm having fun telling you those stories. I don't want to bore you with them, but I don't think they're boring. They're actually educational opportunities. That's how I'm looking at it. Now, this is a very interesting collage made by my daughter Michelle, who is an artist. And the items I got in Slovakia, and I brought them in, and she arranged them and made them into this kind of an interesting collage. You probably do not know, but in all the socialist countries where they bordered with the West, the border was actually an electric fence with 500 volts of electricity and guard towers with dogs, with soldiers back to back, with machine guns and all that. So crossing the border from a socialist country to a capitalist country was well now impossible. We used to joke about it. We would ask, why do we have these electric wires, on our borders? Well, to prevent all those capitalists to come to our workers' paradise, because our life was so good and they were suffered of unemployment and all, and they all wanted to come here, so we are keeping them out. That's a spin. That's called a spin, okay? And, we knew about spin before you guys even knew that word. So, of course, we knew what was what. So this particular collage shows a situation where I happened to be there when they were taking this down after the end of socialism, okay? They were taking those fences down. And on the fence was usually this sign here it says, "Watch out, border areas, entrance by permission only." And these were the barbed wires around. Today, of course, there are no longer any fences, but here are some two old photographs. This one is a young boy who tried to cross into Austria from Slovakia and happened to touch the wire, which meant instant death. 500 volts is a lot of volts. Okay, not like 110 here. Okay, you gotta survive that, but you're not gonna survive 500. Here is another picture of the fence. See the towers? See the fence? I think it's pretty self-explanatory. There was regular fence, there was electric fence. This was very sad. So today, there is a memorial there. If you look at this photograph very carefully, actually I'm standing in the memorial. You are, or I am, in Slovakia. Then behind me is a river. That's a river Morava. That is the border between Slovakia and Austria. And this fence behind, that's already Austria. So here is where the fence used to stand. And now there's a monument with these machine gun pock marks on purpose, and steel girders bent backwards, people trying to get through, because a lot of people died there trying to do that. So now it is just a sad monument to all this. Interestingly enough, I found two photographs from that time. Here, this guy has the same sign that I do. "Watch out, border area, entrance by permission only." And here are the soldiers taking down the first fence, not the electric one, but the second one. Here is River Morava, and here is Austrian forest behind it. And today, look at this, the very same picture. Has a road, has a bicycle path where this used to be. And today, young people don't know anymore that at one point you couldn't go there and that people were dying there. So this is how the world has changed. I never thought that this electric fence would be gone during my lifetime. I would have bet against it. It looked so formidable. The government had so many soldiers. The border guards were so powerful. The dogs, the machine guns, and all that. I never thought this would happen. Not only there a bike path, but further down, there's a bike bridge over the river Morava, so you can bike right into Austria, and nobody cares. It's all over. It's finished. This is the kind of world I want to live in. And I'm glad that this has happened and that it happened during my lifetime. This is exactly the same picture. This is the same slope as here. This is the same road as here. And it's all over. So that's the good news, okay? But we don't even know how many people died here. There are some names on the inside, but we didn't know all the names. Still, it's really worthwhile remembering. Here is another barbed wire fence, and this one is between North and South Korea. And I hope that one day this fence will be gone too, and then we'll be able to make another collage telling you how the world has gotten better. This is not much fun either, the DMZ, the wire fence from DMZ. Well, at least one fence is down, so I'm sure the day will come when this one will be gone as well. I'm an eternal optimist, and I hope you are too.